I have a second channel, Cube Comp MTDX.
Hey everybody, look at what I got my hands on now. This is a CPAP machine. This was my grandpa's. He had to get another one. This one here is having some issues, and it was going to get trashed. So I was like, you know what? I'd like to take that thing apart, see what's inside of it. So that's what we're going to do in this video. So it's a ResMed S9 and H5i. There's actually two halves of this thing. So you got, I guess, the main unit here, and you got the water tank. This humidifies the air, I'm pretty sure. Here you look at the back of the thing. This is the main half. Probably has the pump in it and stuff like that. And that's the half that houses the water. And the elephant trunk would attach here, and you would stick that on your you would stick the mask on your face. That's what he used to. You know, anytime my grandpa would, anytime he would put this thing on, it looked like he had an elephant trunk on him. Yeah, I tell you, these the CPAP machines. They, depending on your situation, could be life saving. Because of course they assist you with breathing when you're asleep. Who knows? I might have to use one of these one day, because my family does have I think my family does have a history of sleep apnea. But anyways, this opens up. And there's actually still a little bit of water in there. It hadn't evaporated, so there you have it. This here is really nothing more than looks to be just a hollow tank. These two pieces, I gotta mash the button there, and that separates the two. It's interesting. There's an electrical connection here. Not really sure what all is in here, but maybe it just. Let me pull this off here. Yeah, apparently this is some sort of option. I tell you, I don't. Just excuse me, guys. I don't know much about this kind of stuff. Yeah. You know me, I gotta take it apart. So I guess it interfaces with some electronics. We got some electronics over there, probably maybe a sensor, water level sensor maybe, and of course got to have some LEDs, because of course light the water up and make the thing look cool. If I'm not mistaken, I think it lights up the tank blue or something like that when it's in use. It's just like how some Keurigs, they design them to actually light up the water tank. I guess for aesthetics. Like me, it's like whatever. I don't think there's really too much special to see here, but I mean we'll try cracking this off here and see what's in there before we move on to the main unit. Before we move on to the main course. That is too big. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, really all it is just a, it's got 3 wires running around to the back here. Maybe a wire going to the electronics on the other side of this thing. Who knows? Maybe the electronics the back that I just showed you on This side over here, maybe all that's for is just a... maybe it's just for the LEDs and nothing more. Who knows? So I'm just going to pop those screws back in. Then the fun part begins, and that's figuring out how to get into the main unit. See, this screw gun's got some heft to it. So that's the water tank. So now for the fun part. It's funny, it's got a little SD card in the back of it. ResMed SD card. I wonder what's on it. Curiosity done killed the cat. If there's anything real interesting on here, I might show it on camera. This thing probably it probably takes software updates via the SD card, and maybe it logs information for like a doctor or whatever to see. I mean, that's my best guess. I'm more curious how big the card is. It's probably some crap size, like maybe 128 bags. Well, let me see here. No, this is off camera, but I'm just curious. Curious if it's even. Okay, it's 1 gigabyte. Data log, yep. Let's see, settings, and a bunch of file formats that nothing seems to be recognized by on here. Data log. There's a bunch of .crc and .edf files, and it's all, a lot of it's 2020. Yeah, it's all from 2020. Matter of fact, June 24th, 2020 through July 24th, 2020. So maybe the doctor, whoever services the unit, I don't know. Maybe they would look at that and just, you know. But yeah, it's a 1 gigabyte SD card. I could repurpose that in my camera. So, alright, so now we'll move on to the unit. It takes in 24 volts DC. I don't even have the power adapter to it. I think my grandpa kept it, which makes sense. I mean, spare adapter. The next challenge is finding where all the screws are on this thing. Let's see, one right there. That was weird. It's like someone's behind me. Okay. Got one right there. I guess we'll zip it out and see if we make any headway into this thing. I don't know what the heck, we're going to zip it out. I swear, just one screw is holding this thing together. Mind blowing, I'll say. You know, if the thing don't want to play nice, there is the alternative. There is the brute force method. And I may elect for that here in a second if this thing don't come up and easily. Okay, where's the screwdriver? I'm done with this thing. Let's see here. Okay. Apparently it literally just snaps together. I tell you guys, it's always fun opening up something like this. Something you never opened up before. It literally just has like a clamshell design to it. And we gotta dig further. So these here are supposed to snap off. And we can do it either the easy way or the hard way. He gets to choose. Like I say, either the easy way or the hard way. You just break the sucker. Like I said, either the easy way or the hard way. Okay, we're starting to actually get somewhere. I tell you, just the nostalgia of brute force ripping into something like this. The sound of snapping plastic, I just love it. There we go. Huh. Interesting. So that was the knob. We got this circuit board here. Little LCD display right here. Looks kind of like the ones that actually looks really similar to the ones that are in my that you find in like small video cameras. Okay, let's take out these two screws here as we continue our little exploration here. Yeah, just FYI, we don't plan on actually reassembling this thing, so it's not like we have to put it back together. So, this thing was made, probably looks like it was made in Australia. Yep, that'd be right, made in Australia. Show on the bottom. I mean, dang guys, for once, something not made in China. It's almost like a rarity. Like when it comes to electronics and stuff, it's like it's a given. All made in China, gotta be. No, not this thing. Okay. Trying to work our way into this thing. A lot of thick wires on the back side of this circuit board. Looks like I didn't see any more screws, at least what I could easily find. So like I said, guys, when you're just taking it apart just to take it apart, who says you gotta go easy on it? Alright, so the thick wires actually interface with the looks to be, I think that's the power supply connection. Yeah, good thick wire I mean, the ratings for this thing. Oh, it's on the other one, duh. 1.25 amps and 3.75 amps. Yeah. So it's a little power hungry. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this right here operates the pump. Yeah, it's gonna get the famous no-nose pliers out because we're getting ready to get a little serious with this thing. Like I said, guys, we're not intent on putting it back together, so. Alright. What a snap of wires. Screw it. Alright, circuit board's out of the way. And it's interesting, it has a little, like a CR2032 button cell. Covered up in felt for some reason. I think it's a 2032. Looks like it. Either that or it's a small rechargeable lithium ion button cell or coin cell, whatever you want to call it. Right there. So there's your look at the circuit board. It's funny they went with a red PCB. That actually, even though the end user would never really get to see inside the thing, I guess they want to make it look cool. For once, you find different color or interesting colored PCBs on stuff besides computer motherboards and video cards. Okay, gotta get a different set of Torx bit. Okay, take these screws out here. You see exactly how this thing works. That was mostly what I was curious of, is really how the pump works. Yeah, it's funny. Of course, I've never actually used a CPAP machine. Like I say, I can't rule it out being in my future because I think sleep apnea runs in my family. Yeah, my dad, he doesn't wear one, but I think maybe he should. Because he really snores like you wouldn't believe. Alright, so how do we get in this thing? Oh, okay. I missed some screws, it looks like. No. Make sure they're fully loosened. Oh, I see one back here. In the far back here. Reminds me of my childhood, or my teenage years, really. What I would do is I always going to thrift stores and finding old small appliances and just random stuff. Tearing the stuff apart and repurposing little things like motors and what have you, just totally rebuilding stuff. Oh my gosh. So I guess this is like a diaphragm pump of some sort. Oh yeah, there's a hidden screw under this blasted power jack. And I got a we got a fix for that. Nothing like the sound of parts, small parts, giving into submission. Yeah, let's just totally destroy the power jack. Had to be careful not to really create too much dust there from the PCB. Now I can access the screw I need to get to. Yeah, it's like forget taking the part the right way. Just go rogue with it. Telling you guys, that's what I used to do. Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. What in the world do we have here? So we found our pump. So it's not exactly a diaphragm, it's just it's a blower. It's like a centrifugal blower. It's just the way it's put together is kind of awkward. It's actually got two different yeah, it's actually got two different blower wheels in here, it looks like. There's one right here. And there's another one back here. Now this unit used to, of course, run on 24 volts DC, but I guess we couldn't rule out running it on 12. The question though is this motor. I think this motor is a DC brushless motor, which would probably need its own driver, kind of like a computer fan. That's something I may have to mess around with at a later time. Won't be tonight though, because I really need to get to bed. But I was like, this thing was sitting on my table in the kitchen. I'm like, I need to tear this thing apart and see what's inside of it. That's just really. Look at this. that's interesting. So yeah, I didn't think there was all that much to the inside of a CPAP machine, but they're a little more complicated than you may think. Ah, I see here. So these two tubes here, they actually interface with this sensor array. It's probably like a pressure sensor, because obviously this thing is forcing air into your lungs, dude, to make sure that you keep breathing. At least that's how I believe they work. You got of course, you got the adjuster knob here. Maybe that adjusts the intensity. It's totally foreign to me. You got another sensor right here. So yeah, guys, get you a close look at that again. That was a little quick there. So yeah, guys, that's the inside of a CPAP machine. Probably one of the most awkward and unusual things I've taken apart on my channel. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. So this is where they also where that fan sits, and you got this foam around here, which I believe is just for sound dampening, because it's there's no air patches. There's no, at least I don't think there's air patches ways there. Maybe no, actually, take that back. I think it might actually be for air filtration to an extent. Yeah, this thing would definitely have to filter. I think it would definitely have to filter its supply air somehow. So it's like a giant. Well, not giant, but it's like a little fan. It blows air, and of course, centrifugal blowers. They create more, I believe, static pressure, and it blows air. Okay, yeah. So these pieces of foam definitely are air filtration. It blows air, I think, through here, and it works its way into here, comes through here, goes into the chamber that has the distilled water. And that's for humidification. And it goes down the elephant trunk onto the mask and into your mouth and your nose. Well, actually, yeah, I think it's more your nose. But yeah, again, that's the inside of a ResMed CPAP machine. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that's it for this video, but don't forget there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to keep your channel, and also don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, but if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, Comp MTDX. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.